Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cos. Welcome to another edition of the Contracts. This is for your official Money in the Bank 2022 predictions. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the humble man, Gary. Gary, welcome to the Contracts.
My man Cos, Peyton, what? You was goody.
You already know, man. Ready to get into this?
Yes, sir. You know it.
Alright. Well, pretty much all these matches have something important on the line. But we'll start at the bottom from, at least in my order of importance. First, we have Ronda Rousey defending the SmackDown Women's title against Natalya. First off, let me say this. I like Ronda Rousey, but I don't know what happened between when she first debuted, when she first left after WrestleMania and when she came back. But something has made her mic skills deteriorate. And I don't know what, but it's just been bad.
You know, honestly speaking, there's a few people who said that she can't talk on the mic.
And like me now, honestly, I can't blame her being a face as being a reason because like before she turned heel, like her face mic work during her first run was still good. So like I don't know what happened, but her mic skills have gotten bad.
A lot of people say that.
And you know, their build-up, that's just been, honestly, it's been a little one-sided. At least in my opinion. Because time after time, Natalya has kept getting the better of her. From catching her lacking to even mocking her. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I got you perfectly, so yeah.
But, I don't know. So, just because of how Ronda was in her first run, I don't see Natalya winning this at all.
Yeah, I don't see Natalya winning at all. I mean, the match should be good, but I think that Ronda's retaining, as we know.
Yeah, because like one of the biggest reasons I don't see Natty winning is for one thing, Natalya's only no, she has two finishers, but she's mainly gotten the job done with the sharpshooter. But the thing is, Ronda's never submitted, and I don't see her submitting anytime soon.
Exactly.
So like, unless she pins her with her discus clothesline, I don't see her. I don't see Ronda losing.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, freaking, what's his face? I remember how Ronda tried to take a dig at Natty on Twitter from all the OnlyFans stuff that Natty does with her sister. And the thing is, honestly, I don't know whether to be lazy or desperate. Either way, it just really didn't work. Mainly because Natty embraced it. Because well, why wouldn't she? She's making big bucks off that. Freaking the stuff she does with her sister is nothing short of gold.
Exactly.
And hey, they may be sisters, but hey, man, I got no complaints with the stuff they do, none at all.
Or neither do I.
And hey, if I didn't have as much integrity as I do, then I would have been looking into the OnlyFans and seeing the stuff they do. But thankfully, I'm not a simp, and I wait for niggas to be leaking that shit.
Yeah, I got you perfectly.
but I'm getting off track. But yeah. So yeah, well, I got Ronda in this one. But if Natty wins, I will have no problem because I personally feel that her first run as SmackDown Women's Champion should have lasted longer.
Right.
Well, but
Ronda, right?
No, Natalya.
All right, I got you.
Because she held the SmackDown Women's title before, but I felt that she didn't hold it as long as she should have.
Right.
Anyways, moving on. Theory defends the United States title against Bobby Lashley. Now, I'll be honest. I don't want Bobby to win this match at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even want him competing for the U.S. title.
Neither do I. Sorry to cut you, but Bobby's been there, done that. He don't need to compete for any mid-card belts anymore. I let him fight for the big belts. Not gonna get back into that. Like, what the hell, man?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit the nail on the head. He's been there, done that. He doesn't need to go after the U.S. title. He shouldn't be going after the U.S. title. If anything, freaking, he should be trying to take one of the titles off of Roman, whether it be the WWE title or the Universal title, just to separate those titles, you know, because Lashley, thanks to MVP, is the main eventer. He deserves to be in the main event, the big profile matches, you know.
Right.
But and they just shoved him down to the mid card. I don't like this. As a matter of fact, this almost scares me.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Like,
I hate that shit.
Like this almost scares me because I fear that win or lose, he's gonna be trapped in the mid card again, or even lower.
Exactly. I don't want that happening for real.
And then also, I really want Theory to keep this title for a good minute. Because he's young, man. He's young. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of stuff that he needs to do. And in order to get more stuff done, like, I honestly feel he needs to keep that title on him, you know.
Exactly.
And even though this will hurt Bobby a bit, I feel that he needs to beat Bobby clean. And if not clean, then I say, and then if he doesn't beat him clean, I say with a little bit of shenanigans, not a lot, but a little.
Right.
But yeah. Moving on, we have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's title against Carmella. Now, before we get into this match, there's something I gotta say. You know, a lot of people are bitching about Carmella being in this spot. I hate to break it to y'all, but Carmella has improved greatly in the ring. Like, and if you don't believe me, like, look at her feud with Sasha Banks as proof. She has improved greatly in her matches and in the ring. Like,
right.
Take all the wacky shit she does, you know, mimicking disfigured Cody Rhodes with the face mask. She's still getting real good in the ring, man. And I think more people need to put some respect on her name.
Exactly.
But you know, but that's just me.
I got you perfectly.
Yeah. But even with that, I still want Bianca to retain. That's my girl. The EST.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
yeah, that's a match that we know is quite.
No, that's a match. What?
Sorry, sir.
No. Go ahead.
I said sorry to cut you.
No.
I'm saying that's a match that's quite obvious.
Yeah, but I will say this: if
Bianca winning.
If Carmella does win, I'll admit I'll be disappointed, but I won't be mad because then she'll be added to the name of women who have held both the SmackDown and Raw Women's title. So, I've no doubt she'll have a fairly decent, if not nice, run as maybe a cowardly heel champion. You know.
Right.
But above all, I want Bianca to continue her dominance over the Raw Women's division. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be done.
Right.
Yeah. Anything further you got?
Oh no, that's all.
Moving on, we have the Usos defending the Undisputed Tag Team titles against the Street Profits. Now, I'm gonna just say it straight up. I want the Street Profits to win. It's take back season. I can't stress that enough. It is take back season for them, and they need to take back those titles. You know, for me, it's been way too long since they've held Tag Team Gold, and they need to hold some. You know.
I feel you. I want either one to win. I love them. So I want either one to win. I love the Usos and I love the Street Profits. So I want either one to win. The match is gonna be good too.
But I tell you what, part of me feels, I don't know why, but part of me feels that there's gonna be some shenanigans. Like Roman's gonna come down and interfere. But I think that when Roman interferes, Brock's gonna interfere as well. Just because, you know.
It'll be crazy if that happens.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. Sorry to cut you, my man. Neither of them are advertised for the card, so probably not.
It would still make for some interesting TV. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, in order for that to happen, there needs to be a ref bump. Like, I respect the refs. We need to. I'm still on. Shout out to Post 90s. We still want their names to be heard. Say the refs' names. Say their names. But I'm sorry, there needs to be a ref bump, just so we can get some real good interference from Lesnar and Reigns. Like maybe an F5, a spear, Superman punch. Maybe a couple of German suplexes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the Usos and the Street Profits can't put on a good match alone. I'm just saying, you know, part of me just feels that it would help storyline wise, at least for Lesnar and Reigns, if there was more, if they had their presence felt and they were there, you know, mixing their storyline with theirs, you know.
I got you.
But yeah, I got the Street Profits winning. It's take back season.
Got you. I mean, I don't know who I want. When I want either one, I love them both. So
yeah, I feel you. Moving on, we have the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match: Lacey Evans versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka versus Shotzi versus Becky Lynch. This has to be one of the most wild card-esque Money in the Bank ladder matches I've ever had to think of, you know? Because with all these people, and we have former winners with newcomers, it's a real toss-up as far as who I think might win. Because as far as who I want to win, you know, I got no problem with any of these people winning. It's just such a toss-up, man. I don't know who to choose.
men's Money in the Bank.
No, women's.
Oh yeah. Honestly speaking, yeah, I don't know. That's a toss-up between who. Honestly, I want either one to win. I do, but I think they're gonna give it to either Becky, Liv, or Asuka. Raquel possibly, but they're too soon for Raquel. But I think they're gonna give it to Becky. Out of everybody.
You know what? I'm gonna throw the wild card out there. I say give it to Lacey Evans. The reason why I say that is because of all this build up of her telling the stories of her childhood, growing up, in the past. I say this is the first step towards her properly being built as a star. Because if you remember back when she was feuding with Charlotte, what was gonna happen was that before she announced that she was pregnant, they were gonna face off for the SmackDown Women's title, and Lacey was gonna win. But because she announced the pregnancy, they had to scrap the plans. So I say have her win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I definitely think there's gonna be a wild match. With some of the people in this, I think there's gonna be some pretty wild spots.
Right.
At least I hope there are.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
But I'll tell you what. Yeah, if there indeed are as wild a spots as I think there are, let me say this. For a certain wrestler that's in this match, if she does a wild spot, she needs to be very, very careful. Because, and the person I'm talking about is Shotzi. Because I remember back in NXT, she did a few moves that landed badly. And that could have been so much worse, and she was lucky that nothing happened. So her especially, be careful. We don't need her. We don't need her getting herself seriously injured just to entertain the fans. Like don't get me wrong. We want to see great spots and all that, but be careful. I'll never forget that one spot what you did a Shiranui on the apron, and then she landed right on her head.
Right.
Like she could have freaking broken her neck doing that. She's lucky nothing happened. Nah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, that's all I got for that match. How about anything you?
Honestly speaking, they're probably gonna give it to Becky.
But also, I'll definitely also say this. I actually hope to see Twisted Bliss through a ladder, or Shotzi's senton splash through a ladder. I want to see an aerial ladder spot. Someone doing an aerial move on top of onto someone else through a ladder. We need to see at least one ladder break.
That's a fact.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It'll never compare to the ladder match at NXT Takeover New Orleans for the North American title. But I still expect great things from the women in this match.
Right.
Well, anyways, moving on. We have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Omos versus Sami Zayn versus Riddle versus to be decided. There's still one open spot.
Yeah, likely.
Go ahead.
That's probably going to be determined tomorrow. That's probably going to be determined tomorrow on SmackDown. If not, we'll probably see who that person is going to be this Saturday at Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I personally hope they hold out until Money in the Bank for the final entrant. You know.
Right. Right.
But I tell you what, before we get into the match, who do you think will be the last entrant?
The last entrant, who I think is gonna be,
Yeah, go ahead.
is probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be. I should say. Probably gonna be John Cena.
Nah. It wouldn't make sense at him. It wouldn't make sense at all for him to win it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because for one thing, he's a part timer, and even if he did win it, you know, the match at SummerSlam would be a triple threat match then, because he's never cashed in when someone was weakened. He always cashed in when they were 100%.
Exactly.
But then again, he only cashed in once.
Right.
But even still, you know, I had to admit it, but Cena's legacy is already verified. Like, him winning this and even winning the title will do nothing for him. Sure, you know, he'll be a 17-time champion, but even still, you know, there's nothing more he needs to do in WWE. And this honestly won't do anything for him.
That's a fact.
And sure, you know, he could be a 2-time Money in the Bank winner, but, you know, both The Miz and CM Punk have been there, done that.
Right. That's what's up.
But for me, honestly, I don't know who the last person will be. Personally, I hope it'll be a return person and not somebody that's there.
Yeah, me too. Hope it's a return person as well.
But with that being said, I really don't know.
Neither do I.
Shit. I mean, I'll admit, if Lashley is the mystery person, I'll be disappointed. Cause the reason why I feel is because one, he's already gonna be at the event, and two, you know, he should have been in the match in the first place.
Exactly.
But damn, I'm really trying to think of who it could be. Wait a minute. No. Never mind. I was thinking a guy from NXT, but the person I'm talking about, they already have a title, and if they're in this match, and it's obvious they're gonna lose the title at Great American Bash, you know. But forget that. I say, why not Kevin Owens? You know? How about it? Cause KO's got nothing better to do. So
high card or mid card? The high card or mid card?
What, the Money in the Bank ladder match?
No, you're saying a person that's going to be in there. If you think it's the person, the mystery person, this person has a belt already, you said that means that they're going to lose in SummerSlam. What are you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about Braun Breaker.
Oh, okay.
And if not Braun Breaker, then Carmelo Hayes. But either way, if either one of them was going to be in the match, then it's obvious they're going to lose their title at Great American Bash. But
exactly, so it probably wouldn't be them.
But I don't know. I really don't know, man. This is a real toss-up. Because I'm still sticking to my guns right now and saying Kevin Owens is going to be in the match. But like,
exactly.
But that's really on shaky ground. I'm sorry, because he's still feuding with Ezekiel. So, you know, I can imagine that he wouldn't be able to focus on this. So, yeah, that's still on shaky ground. I'm unsure about that.
Right. I got you, my man. And also, honestly, I want either I want my boy Drew McIntyre to win, or my boy Seth Rollins, or my boy Riddle.
For me, I say either Seth Rollins or Sheamus.
I wouldn't mind Sheamus either, but I don't think they're gonna let Sheamus.
Because
I would like for him to win too.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong. Out of everybody that's done this before, you know, Sheamus's resume is the most complete because he's done everything.
Right.
But the reason why I want him to win is because I want him to be put back into the main card again. Because he's been. Yeah, it's all right because he's been dicking around on the mid card, you know.
Right, exactly. Another thing too, like I want to see him back in the main spot as well, the main championship picture too, the main championship spot. I want to see him back in the championship picture as well because they've lowered him down bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm
with you on that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed what him and LeBron and Brutes have been doing with the New Day, but like, I want to see him get back up there. You know, like he's been
right?
Yeah, he's been dicking around on the mid card long enough. Bring him back up.
Exactly.
And who knows? Maybe if he does win the match, maybe Butch and Rich Holland play a role in helping him win. Like maybe during the match, freaking Butch comes down and he tries his best to freaking just beat up everyone in sight just because he's that much of a loose cannon. And maybe Ridge is trying to hold him back and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That too.
But honestly, for me, between my picks, I think, in my opinion, it would make the most sense for Seth Rollins to win. The biggest reason being is because out of all the opponents that Roman has already defended the title against, Rollins is the only one he hasn't beat.
Right, and I would like to see Roman. I mean, I was there at a non-televised event months ago when they fought for the Universal title, Roman and Seth, and Roman beat him at that event. But I want to see Roman beat him on TV. I mean, I love both Roman and Seth, but I want to see Roman beat him on TV, and Roman's never beaten him.
Yeah, and that's the thing that was at a live event, so you know it. For all intents and purposes, no offense, it doesn't really count.
Right.
Because like the people on TV haven't seen it.
Exactly.
And the last time they did face off for the title, Roman got disqualified because even though Seth Rollins made it to the ropes, he wouldn't let go of the guillotine.
Right. Yep. At the Royal Rumble.
Yep. But I tell you what, Roman not letting go of the guillotine, in my opinion, was Seth's fault. Cause when he came out to the Shield music and wearing the Shield attire, that was the final straw for Roman. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed seeing him push his buttons, but I knew he was gonna push Roman too far.
Right.
You know, too far to the point where Roman wouldn't care about getting disqualified or anything, to where he just wanted to beat him down for constantly rubbing it in his face for everything that he's done.
Right.
Because for pretty much the whole build up, he made Roman look like a fool. Constantly rubbing it in his face of all the times that he turned on him, their small reunion, and then the biggest thing of all, every time that Roman tried to attack him or tried to get the Usos to attack him, it always failed because Seth always seen it coming. Like no matter what he threw at him, Seth was ready. As a matter of fact, he was anticipating it.
Right.
And also, I love like Seth's heel run right now has to be his best heel run yet. Don't get me wrong, his first heel run as WWE champion was good, but he was a coward. And don't get me wrong, cowardly heels do make for good TV, but like for nowadays the only good cowardly heel that I've seen is The Miz.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Where Seth, he just looked like a bitch.
I got you, bro. I wouldn't debate you there, honestly speaking.
But his heel run now, wonderful. The biggest reason, his trolling. His trolling has been nothing short of epic. Like when he freaking was wearing Dusty Rhodes' polka dots at Hell in a Cell, that was awesome. I mean, honestly, but he could have done better. The reason why I say he could have done better is because there was one thing left that he could have done. And that was come out to Common Man Boogie. Dusty Rhodes' theme. But still have his graphics up, but just play Dusty Rhodes' theme.
Right.
So, as far as the Money in the Bank ladder match goes, you know, I still want Sheamus, but I still wouldn't mind if Tacky won.
I got you.
And yeah, I'm still calling him Tacky.
I got you, bro.
Cause like, I don't know who Seth's trying to fool. He ain't no damn drip god. Like, his outfits are hit or miss. They either look good or they're tacky as shit.
Right.
And I know I've said this a million times, but I know 1,000,001 times ain't gonna kill the listeners. When I do be dressing tacky, he be really dressing tacky. He be looking like John Witherspoon when he was Pops on the Wayans Brothers, or freaking or Leroy Brown from Meet the Browns. That's how tacky this man be dressing sometimes. And the funny thing is, Becky be dressing just as tacky, if not worse.
Right.
But let me end this before I get any further off track. But anything further you want to add?
Oh no, my man. That's
all right. Well, with that being said, this is gonna do it for this episode of the Contracts. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and rock with us. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as always, to come through and kick his wrestling knowledge.
Yes, sir. My man, Cos Peyton. You know it. Always. You already know what it is. You know what we gonna do.
Yep. And before we get out of here, y'all stay tuned for the results that we're gonna be coming through with y'all with. And until then, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man, and we out. Peace.